Quick note just before we begin, sessions are being recorded. They're going to be available on the United Leukodystrophy Foundation's website and YouTube channel, and also on ours at GliaConnect. Oh, that's still me. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the ALSP-CSF1R Mini Session. My name is Adam Smith. I'm president of the board of directors at GliaConnect, and I'm going to be moderating today's presentations. On behalf of GliaConnect, we are very pleased that you could join us today. Welcome to all of our in-person attendees and all of our virtual participants. I'm gesturing to you. I don't know how to gesture to people who are virtual, but we have a fantastic lineup of speakers today. We're hearing about the latest microglial research and how that research is paving the way for potential therapies for microgliopathies such as ALSP-CSF1R. It's always a mouthful. Erin Sullivan, our executive director at GliaConnect, and myself are going to be kicking off today's session, so let's get started.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Erin Sullivan, as Adam said, and it is my privilege to be here today among patients, caregivers, families, doctors, and researchers shaping the future of this disease.
For many years prior to the formation of GliaConnect, both Erin and I have been deeply engaged in the patient and caregiver community, supporting individuals and families affected by the disease. My family has been dealing with ALSP for about 40 years now. It has taken the lives of my father, his father, both of my aunts. Starting back in 2012, my sister, then myself and my cousin have all tested positive for the mutation. And it was through the genetic counselor that I went to at Kennedy Krieger that we were first connected to Dr. Zolik, who's here today, and to Dr. Lund up in Minneapolis. And from there, I was able to begin talking with folks in advocacy, like Erin, as well as some other patients out there, caregivers, and their families. I was also able to connect with a lot of our folks in the medical and scientific community, and to contribute to some of the current research going on, and to be a part of community conferences like this one, panels, other activities. But even with a lot of support, it's been very difficult to find all of these connections. So I try to be a connector now, and to help people find researchers, clinicians, other support. I'm also a personal trainer, and I do a weekly fitness video that I try to tailor to the specific needs and abilities of our community members.
So my background varies slightly from Adam's. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3, swim coach and lifeguard instructor, but patient advocacy became personal to me when my mom became ill with ALSP. Now, similarly to Adam, my family has been affected by ALSP-CSF1R for over 3 decades. I have lost my grandmother, my aunt, and my mother. I have a cousin who is currently ill, and I have other family members who have tested positive or are at risk for carrying a pathogenic variant in CSF1R. I was determined to bring good from my family's suffering, and I am committed to supporting others still living with rare brain diseases and working with those who are determined to find valuable treatments. Together, along with the ALSP community, we founded GliaConnect, the host of this session. GliaConnect is an advocacy group where science and humanity are combined to advance understanding of and increase care for those living with microgliopathies, such as ALSP-CSF1R. Adam and I come to this work not as scientists, but as advocates, caregivers, and community members committed to improving lives and advancing research.
Through our experiences, both as caregivers, patients, community advocates, is that really echoey? We've seen firsthand how important it is for patients and researchers to work together to ensure that every discovery connects back to the people that it's meant to help.
And patients are at the heart of everything we do. We know that patient experience is not supplemental. It is central to research design and drug development. But why is patient experience data especially vital in rare disease? Rare diseases come with their own set of research challenges. Some of those common challenges include small patient populations, poorly understood natural history of disease, multiple disease-causing genetic variants, variable symptoms, swiftly progressing disease, and a lack of adequate drug development tools such as outcome measures, biomarkers, and clinically meaningful endpoints. Now add to this that many researchers pursuing rare disease therapies are small startup companies or dedicated academic communities with limited regulatory experience. Active patient and caregiver participation can help overcome these challenges that are often seen in rare disease drug development. Specifically, engaging in patient experience research provides data that can inform creative clinical trial design. Patient experience data is also crucial for developing disease-specific clinical outcome assessments and appropriate clinical trial endpoints. A clinical outcome assessment is any tool or method used to measure how a disease affects the patient and whether a treatment is making a difference. An endpoint is the specific goal a clinical trial is designed to measure. Patient and caregiver experience directs the development of both clinical outcome measures and meaningful endpoints by bringing essential context to research, bridging the observable biology with the experience of functional consequences of the disease and its impact on daily life. Patient experience helps develop treatment-relevant concepts, helping to define and answer what improvement actually looks like.
All right, so the good news is our community has been very proactive in participating in and adding to the patient experience data. In 2023, Erin and I were part of a working group researching the ALSP patient journey. The insights found from this study, mapping the journey of patients and care partners living with adult onset leukoencephalopathy with axonal spheroids and pigmented glia, developing a framework for improvements in care. That's the title. I can go back through that if those were published in the journal Neurodegenerative Disease Management. And key impacts were officially documenting the diagnostic journey, symptom progression, and care challenges. And the study also revealed some unmet needs, which helped us develop intervention points, such as a sponsored genetic testing program.
So our community has also been very fortunate to engage with the FDA twice. First, we hosted an FDA listening session, which provided us an opportunity to speak directly with regulators, ensuring that federal decision makers heard directly from us about what matters most to patients during medical product development and provide insight into disease burdens, symptom impact, risk tolerance perspectives, and meaningful treatment outcomes. The stories that the patients and caregivers shared in that listening session support regulatory decision making, ensuring that drug development remains patient-focused. Next, we held an externally led patient-focused drug development meeting, and this meeting was more systematically structured to carefully capture what matters most to patients and caregivers in terms of most bothersome symptoms, the disease's impact on daily life. It gave patients and caregivers a platform to share experiences with current treatments, speak to unmet needs, and to discuss opinions about risk tolerance and participation in clinical trials. These valuable patient perspectives inform FDA decisions during drug development and marketing review. So the meeting and the resources created from it, such as the voice of the patient, are helping shape regulatory expectations for future treatment.
Patient experience data was also collected through a symptom impact and treatment survey. The data collected helps quantify the range of symptoms experienced by ALSP patients and the effects of those symptoms on daily life and quality of life for our patients. The data offers insight on current symptom management, as well as community opinions on the meaningful benefits of future treatment. Hopefully this data will translate into endpoint selection and inform clinical trial design. We're hoping to publish this data soon.
Genetic testing, as we all know, is crucial for confirming a CSF1R diagnosis, but we also know that genetic testing comes with a lot of complicated emotions and perceptions. A study was conducted just this year within our community to help us better understand motivations, fears, and barriers to genetic testing. And the data that was collected in that study will no doubt help clinicians improve genetic counseling protocols, communications with patients and families, and open testing pathways. The insights shared through this journey mapping, the listening sessions, surveys, and genetic testing perspectives have created a foundation that researchers and clinicians can now build upon. These lived experiences highlight the urgency, the unmet needs, and the real-world treatment outcomes that matter most to our families.
So there's still known gaps and unanswered questions in our disease space. And we know that with continued patient engagement, these critical gaps will be closed. GliaConnect is committed to expanding patient experience research and embedding it into every stage of therapy development. Our future priorities include deeper exploration of risk-benefit preferences, longer-term quality of life tracking, broader caregiver and family impacts, and social and economic burden of disease. In gathering this data, the goal is always to ensure that drug development is guided by the people it aims to help.
Now, as we reflect on the depth and consistency of engagement from our community and where we hope to contribute to patient data in the future, one message becomes unmistakably clear. Patient experience is not separate from science. It is the driver of science. These are just some of the faces of those who know this disease and its impact intimately. To truly accelerate progress, we must pair the insights from these and other patients and caregivers with the latest advancements in biology, genetics, imaging, and therapeutic development. And this is one of the foundations on which GliaConnect is built, combining the science and humanities of microgliopathies, ensuring that patient experience guides the research that is shaping tomorrow's treatments. And that's where we're going to turn next.